Hello guys and welcome to BisaNation. This time I'm here with a Rihanna Inspired look with the smoky eyes with a really dramatic dark lip. I really liked it. If you like it too, keep watching. So I start off by priming my face with Nivea Post Balm Shave, and I squeeze a few pumps of Studio Fix fluid onto the back of my hand and apply this onto my face with a brush. And then I'm blending it out with a sponge. Before I put on my under eye concealer, I'm basically using an eyeshadow primer from Stila, and I'm applying that under my eyes so that when the concealer goes on top, it doesn't crease and goes on smoothly. I'm using LA Girl concealer in Fawn, but I hate the watery texture that it can get sometimes. So what I did was I squeezed it into a sample pot and let it oxidize, so it's a lot thicker than usual, and I really like the consistency like this. And I'm using that to mostly highlight under my eyes and the other high points of my face. And I'm putting the tiniest amount on my forehead, because when I looked at the photos of Rihanna, it looks like she's got a tiny bit of a highlight on her head, but it's mostly contoured. I'm setting the concealer with Sacha setting powder in Buttercup. I'm doing a soft nose contour with the Makeup Revolution Iconic Contour Palette, and I'm using this dark brown. Now I'm just using the same brush to kind of really emphasize the hollows of my cheeks, and then I'm using the brush to blend it all together. I have no idea where the footage went, but I actually used my normal face powder to blend all the colours together, like the lights and darks together. I'm using this powder from Island Beauty, and it's just a really nice colour to bronze with. It's very rich, kind of warm orangey brown, and I'm using a puff to press that around my face just to give it that glow. As usual, I'm concealing my brow bone with DermaColour concealer in the shade D20, and I'm using the same for my eyelids in D14. I'm applying a very light brown shadow to my brow bone to set the concealer. This palette is from Tarte Cosmetics. I can't remember the name, but I'll list it below. I'm using this matte terracotta blush from Sleek, applying this to the crease and sockets area, pressing that on, building up the pigmentation. I'm also using this blush around the perimeter of my face again, just to really intensify that bronzy, very warm look that Rihanna had. I'm using the Tarte Amazonian palette, and I'm applying the Aubergine matte shadow to the outer corners of my eye, just dabbing that on, and then I'm sweeping across the dark slate grey. I'm using that to blend over the aubergine shadow in a sweeping motion, just doing that nice, soft, smoky look. After blending this out, I'm just dabbing my finger in this light grey shimmery shadow from the previous palette, and I'm just dabbing that into the centre of my lids and then blending over again with the slate grey, just to kind of give a bit of a highlight to the lid. And yeah, I just felt like I saw that on Rihanna's look. I'm going back to the two shades from before, the slate grey and the aubergine shadow, and I'm applying that with a small rigid brush to my lash line. I'm then sweeping over it with a tiny blending brush just to make it look a bit more smoky. Now I'm doing my brows. I'm using a liquid liner to do that, that's what I do. I always like to do my brows after I've applied powder because I feel like it lasts longer. If I do it before I've applied foundation and powder, I just feel like my eyebrows just disappear. I actually really like the way my brows turned out. I went for the rounded look towards the inner parts of her brow. I love the rounding that she has, and I went for that shape as well. And I just use a bit of concealer, my DermaColour concealer, again, just to neaten up the brow shape and round that up a bit in the inner corners. I didn't see any visible eyeliner with this look, so I'm just using a gel liner and I'm dipping a dense smudge brush, smudging just a touch of it across the lash line near the waterline, using that on the lids as well, just to intensify the smoky look without creating a definite line. I'm using some mascara from MAC, False Lashes. I'm just applying that, mostly concentrating on the lower lash line. It's so good for extending the lower lashes, but it does take some building because it's quite a wet product. So you kind of give it a moment and then you keep building up. I'm using a shimmery peachy pink highlight from the Makeup Revolution Golden 2 palette. I'm just dabbing that onto the tip of my nose and blending upwards. That's the only visible highlight I saw in Rihanna's look. I'm applying some lashes from Backstage Beauty. If you want to know how to apply your false lashes quickly and easily, then click the iCard annotation. Now onto the lips. I'm lining my lips with a black kohl pencil. And then I'm filling them with this dark, plummy liquid lipstick from Makeup Revolution. To recreate the lip colour Rihanna had, I'm adding a little bit of Sugar Plum Fairy lipstick from Wet n Wild. And that's the look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below and tell me what other looks you enjoyed from the VMAs. Be bold, and I'll see you in my next video.